Welcome back to the D4. I almost forgot our channel name. The D4 channel. Why not? I am D4. She is D4. And this is our 100th episode.
Confetti balloons.
If you're watching this video, you probably have seen our nice little intro that I made. Not specific for this video, because I forgot this was going to be our 100th video.
It totally was for this video,
Yeah, this is all planned.
Yeah.
This is all planned, like the sequel trilogy. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Unlike this episode of The Acolyte that we're going to talk about, episode 6, Teach and Corrupt.
Wow.
But before we get to that, what they gotta do, D4?
You gotta like, you gotta subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit it right, because you gotta get notified, because there's too many channels, and we're getting swarmed.
We're getting swarmed by other channels doing Star Wars. And also
being D4.
Yeah, also, I want to shout out, because I want to shout out our 3 subscribers. It's the last 90 days. Shout out to my girl, Lysandra Scott in Grenada. She subscribed to us.
Hey!
Shout out to you. Thank you for the subscription. My boy, Leo, thank you so much.
Woo!
I appreciate you, Lee. And then someone named Art Killers subscribed to us in the last 90 days.
Art Killer. I think I know who that is, but I'm not going to say her government name because I don't know if she will want me to do that.
Oh, that's one of your friends?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Okay, so shout out to D4's friends. That is you. Thank you guys so much.
I know who you are.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for the subscriptions. We're slowly creeping up. Our last video did really good. 75 views the last time I looked at it.
That is very good.
That is really good. So keep doing that, guys. And again, if you like us and you're subscribed to us, share us to other people who maybe want to hear us.
Spotify.
We do also have a Spotify, which will be in the comment section below. So please do all of that. And I'm so glad that we're slowly growing, because I guess you guys like to hear us talk about Star Wars, or maybe just like our personality.
Maybe you loving those new thumbnails.
Maybe shout out to Sir Tate. Like our thumbnail game is on point, and that's because of him. He's killing it on the thumbnail game. So shout out to him. I'll probably ask for his Spotify and stuff, so that people could link to his stuff, because he doesn't.
Yeah, he's doing a whole different change for his stuff, so just wait till after that.
Okay, I'll wait till after that. But when he gets everything sorted out, I will have the link of the stuff he does, because he's a music guy, in the links below. But shout out to him for the awesome thumbnails, and of course, if you're watching this, you click on the video. The thumbnail was done by him.
So, you'll love it. You clicked on it.
You clicked on it. So without further ado, we're gonna do a spoiler review on episode 6 of The Acolyte, Teach and Corrupt. So if you haven't seen this episode, leave now, because it is a spoiler review.
Looks like someone stabbed you in the back.
Someone who threw me away.
Your Jedi Master?
Now, D4, this episode had a whole lot of nothing
and a whole lot of something.
So and again, we're not gonna go, step by step in how the episode went. We're just gonna give like our general thoughts, and of course, it's a spoiler review, so we'll tell you what happens in the episodes based on our memory. But basically, we're dealing with May and Sol, and Osha and Kilmir.
Correct.
Those are the 2 storylines we're jumping.
Well, actually, we were jumping through 3, technically.
All right, with Master Vernestro in the Jedi Council.
Yes.
Well, not the Jedi Council, but in the Jedi, talking to senators who we know. First of all, I didn't like that conversation, because it was almost like the Jedi's like, please let me be part of the Republic, pretty please. Because the senator was basically like, well, there's a senator that's opposing you guys being part of the Republic. I'm like, so let him. You're the Jedi. You're your own entity. You serve the light.
This is supposed to be their peak, but all I see is a mess.
They're like, please let me be part of your little club. I'm like, why? You can do your own thing. You protect the Republic. You protect the light, but you don't need to be part of the senators.
I don't know why they're so desperate. What? Why are you so desperate for this?
I don't know. It's like someone in a relationship that's so clingy. It's like, please, I can't leave you. And I'm like, That's literally the downfall. That's the reason why the Jedi fall in the first place, because they're so integrated with the Senate. Palpatine used that against him. He's like, well, if I start a war, they're going to have to participate.
The downfall has been happening for a long damn time.
For a long, they could have cut, because this episode again was 39 minutes, which with credits and intro,
which is crazy because it was only really like 10 to like 15 minutes of actual content.
Bro, if I see this man Basil, I think his name, sniffing around one more time.
It's literally so much minutes of this episode. There's this little rodent dude just roaming around, sniffing.
I'm like, what is your main idea of your story, my guy? Like, what is you doing? Like, you've been doing this for the last 3 episodes, and I'm like, are you going to help
every single of the 3 episodes? And it's like,
I'm like, bro, you not sniffing.
Like a little gremlin.
You're not sniffing nothing, my dude.
Oh, he sure did.
Well, yeah, because you pointed out, or Mr. Tate pointed out that he probably snitched on May. That was May, because Soul thought it was Osha, because he's so discombobulated. He thought that was Osha, and then maybe that creature's like, yo, that's
he's a snitch.
He's a snitch and a sniffer. So way to go, you little creature. And Master Soul end up stunning her. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. We are on Octo, which again I hate. They're trying too hard with this. This show's not a mystery anymore.
Please take out that mystery tag. There's no mystery. It's literally just a drama with some action.
I don't know why you would name the planet Unknown Planet. Everybody, like, the only people who won't know that planet is like the casuals who are watching them. Like, what's this planet? Yeah. But everyone who even who watched the sequel, that's the planet Luke was on when he was trying to like disconnect himself from the Force.
It's an unknown planet.
I'm going to tell you what the planet is. It's called Octo, and then Luke was on it, and it's in the unknown regions of the galaxy.
Yeah, see, unknown.
Unknown. The regions are unknown. The planet is not.
They don't know yet.
They don't know yet?
They don't know yet.
Well, I know.
It's unknown to them.
Star Wars fans know.
Well, it's unknown to them, so it's unknown to you.
No.
Yes.
No, that's not how it works, and I refuse. Like, everyone knows how it was. We even see the creatures that Luke, that Luke drank the milk from, and in their baby creature form. So we know what planet is, but whatever. They're on Octo, unknown planet. And Kimir decides to get a little sexy and take off all his clothes.
Take off all your clothes.
Maybe he saw the future of Ben Swallow, and he's like, that worked.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. A lot of people are making references of me to him, so I'm gonna do his thing.
You want to see my bare ass cheeks, Osha? This will change your mind.
But they didn't show any butt cheeks.
They didn't show any butt cheeks, and I love that she wakes up. She don't know where she is. She follows him. I don't know why he's just walking around.
He's kind of just living life.
He just living life. He's like, I just want peace. He takes a shower. He knows she's there.
Oh yeah, he stripped fully knowing that she's snooping.
She takes his lightsaber and like he's like, it feels good, don't it?
And bro just comes out the water.
Say, can I put my clothes on? He comes out.
It's like, I think you should.
And it's funny too. I thought Osha's gonna be like, oh my goodness, but she literally says,
no, she literally went.
I'm like, you want to see some dark Jedi cheeks, you feel me?
Oh my god.
So she saw his whole front row, and like them two in this episode were the great parts of this episode.
Yeah, that's why you can't exactly say nothing happened, because I did say nothing happened, but then when I thought about it and we discussed it, I was like, okay, something did happen. Right. It was just so much nothing that I thought nothing happened.
You're right, because we learned his motivation a little bit. We learned now that he was a Jedi. Something terrible happened, which we're gonna get to that later. And he left the order. And again, the last episode, he didn't say you were a Sith. He said, I'm what you might call Jedi, like you might call a Sith.
He's not a Sith.
He's not a Sith. So that's the thing too. Some people on the internet like to jump to conclusions. They're breaking canon. No, because technically, even though he said the word Sith, and Master Soul's the only one who heard it, but he said you might call me a Sith because I use the Force, the dark side of the Force. I got a red lightsaber. I'm killing Jedi. That's what Sith do, right? So you would call me a Sith. But he never said he was a Sith. Plus, Sith have names. He said I have no name, which he would have been Darth whatever. The internet's been calling him Darth Teeth.
Darth Teeth.
Darth Teeth, Darth Smiley, whatever you want to call him. So he had no Darth name, so he's not a Sith. So that keeps the whole Kiadi-Mundi. The Sith haven't returned in a millennia.
Yeah, he was right,
He was technically right. The Sith have not returned in millennia for all they knew. So that part was okay. So now we're like, well, what happened in your Jedi career? Why did you leave? What exactly happened? And we're going to get to a little more of the speculation afterwards because that kind of not ruined, but like it makes the character worse than what she was in the books. So, yeah. Thank you, Jedi Master.
Cancelled.
Some of them really should get canceled. Soul need to get canceled in this episode.
Yeah, because he's a little sussy. Soul's a little sussy.
He went from I love him to like
Yeah, it literally went from he can do no wrong. He's so great to okay, you're getting a little creepy. Okay, you're getting a little scary.
Stuns May, and his whole vibe changed drastically.
That whole tied up moment. That was a little.
You want this?
Hands going all like that. I'm like, put your hands away. Put your hands.
You like maybe mid to late 40s, maybe early 50s, and May is like 24. You knew her when she was 8, and the internet be thinking like Osha and Kimir, they're not having any sexual tension. That's not what's going on.
No, I don't know why people said there's sexual tension.
No, that's not what's going on. I mean, it could happen because they're both young.
You never know, maybe. Who knows?
Because they're both young and hot, so that could happen. But with Soul and May, let's calm it down a little bit. Feel me?
You're gonna need to not do that one.
Let's not do that one. That's real strange, bro. He knew her when she was. Yeah, he knew her when she was 8. Like, no. No, please don't, Leslie Headland. Please don't.
Listen, I know it's illegal, but like just because it's legal doesn't mean it feels right.
Exactly.
You know?
So I'm really curious. The next episode has to be the whole flashback because now he's like, I'm going to tell you what really happened as he has her tied up in the chair.
The usual. Let's see what happens next time. I'll tell you what happens next time.
I need this episode to not only...
If this episode does not tell us what happens this time, everyone's gonna go crazy.
I need a proper 40-50 minute episode. I need to really see
these shorts. They're short.
And it feels short before because, like you said, they're wasting a lot of time on nothing.
Everywhere, and then we have like 5 minutes of them walking or Soul contemplating his life for 3 minutes.
I'm like, bro, the time you have this episode only 30 minutes.
Too long. I get it. It's impactful, but you can make something impactful without wasting time.
Yes, especially when you're tracking in your head. I should not be in the episode tracking. Okay, Soul just stared at the camera for like 3 minutes. We only have
get that little strange rodent creature thing. Make sure it wastes some minutes on this episode.
Bro, I bet he was a diva on set. That creature probably was like, I need to have at least 20 minutes of screen time or I'm not going to be on that. I'm like, bro, get off the screen.
Get off the screen.
Get off the screen. I'm seeing you sniff for like 15 minutes. Get to the main
I saw you more in this episode than some characters.
Oh my God, bro. Like, this creature, I don't know. He irked me from the moment I saw him, and he still irks me now. And I really hope like this is like the last episode we really get to see him.
I don't know about that one. Still on the ship.
I mean, he's still on the ship, but again, and plus, Master Renestro was going to Kufar. Yeah, Kufar. And he turned off the transponder, and as soon as he jumped into hyperspace, they came to the planet. Yeah. So I'm like, why are you not... Because he said it's time to tell the Jedi High Council the truth.
Yeah, he did say that.
But yet he won't let the Jedi find them. So like, I don't know what he's trying to do.
Maybe he needs to tell May first
before he tells the High Council.
I guess maybe he wants to talk one-on-one private before.
But like, you could do that while you're all going away with the Jedi.
I don't know, maybe because they're gonna arrest her or something.
I mean, I guess. I guess because I'm just like, can you just spit it already so we can get this rolling?
No, we gotta delay it for that content. Gotta
Like,
keep you coming back.
Oh my god, this show should have been binged. This show would have been. I think it
just release it all at once.
Because I'm when I rewatch the episodes like in a row, I enjoy the show more and more as I watch it. But that's because like instead of waiting a week, I have the episodes and like I'm not speculating. I kind of know what's going on. So I think this show's gonna do better in the long run. But at the moment, it's not hooping very hard.
Most people do not rewatch things.
Right, exactly. Most people, so they watch it for the first time and they're like, I hate this show. I'm like, give it another chance. Sometimes some shows
you see
you need to rewatch.
People usually are like move on to the next thing. They usually do not rewatch something, especially if they have a disdain for it.
That's very true. So if they don't like it, they're not coming back to that.
Yeah, so I think its reputation is gonna just increase because of rewatchability.
I love Star Wars. That's why I rewatch Star Wars all the time. So for me, it's just like, I'm just gonna put it on again. And I enjoy the episodes more and more. The only episode I really don't like on a consistent basis, episode 3, the one with the witches.
You and me and everyone.
That episode, I really don't like it, but in the whole context of the series, or at least season 1, I think it's gonna stand probably better when we know everything. But for now, I really still hate that episode. So it all depends on the next episode whether I like episode 3 or not. Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get it from the Jedi's perspective of what the hell happened.
Please, just no walking simulators, no sniffing gremlins.
Right.
No more of this. I want pure content next episode. Please.
I want action. I want drama. We're supposed to see the Wookiee fight.
No switching to 3 different perspectives, okay? Let's stick to 2 or 1.
Correct, which we should, because there's only one group of Jedi on that planet with the witches, so we shouldn't be jumping back and forth like we do it. Because Star Wars, it like I don't think Disney has mastered how to jump back and forth, because Star Wars been doing that from the 70s, but it do it in a way where like you don't really notice it. In Disney Star Wars, you kind of notice when they jump back and forth, because usually one storyline is way more interesting than the other one. So you're like, please get me back to the interesting storyline. Stop it.
And for this episode, we really suffered because it was only 1/3 of being interesting out of the 3,
which is just May, Osha, and Kimir. And I love that. Now we know they finally say the word cortosis, which is the rare metal that deactivates lightsaber, and it's on Octo, so that's where he got it from, which is cool. And I love that he kind of like he kind of makes her like, why aren't you a Jedi? And she's like, because I failed, because I can't, like, my head, everything that's going on.
That was the best acting I saw from her for like that season. That was like her best moment. Yeah,
I think she's better as Osha than May. With May, she's a little cringy. She doesn't know how to play bad guys. But as a troubled good guy, I think she does pretty good.
Yeah, she does very well in that role.
Yeah, and plus I like their chemistry. I like Kimir's and Osha's chemistry. I think their chemistry is really good. I kind of like how they vibe.
I hope it's a whole lot of that next episode, because that was the cooking part of this.
Right. The not cooking part of this was Vernestra. I'm gonna assume.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna start speculating. Because we see the scar on Kimir's back, and it's clearly a lightsaber wound,
and it's looking a little whippish. And guess who showed off their whip skills to a random creature?
Vernesh, which, if that's the only time we see her whip, that's lame.
That is super lame.
That's lame. I thought we were going to see her whip in like a real cool action scene, because we've never seen that in live action Star Wars. So we only see that in that scene. That's
Come
lame.
on, with your 20 million.
You can afford to do a little animation, like tracking it. So when you see her again, so our speculation is that Vernestra was the master of Kimir, because now that we know he's a Jedi, and something happened. He said he lost everything. Now, I don't know whether he lost friends, a mission went horrendously wrong, and he turned to the dark side and burned the village, and Vernestra had to stop him. But I know Vernestra was the one, whether she's his master or not, she put that scar on that back. I'm telling that right now. She put the scar on his back.
Most of the internet thinks that it looks like it implied from the fact they made her the damn thumbnail, the fact that they just randomly showed that in the episode, it's looking kind of...
It's looking kind of like, Master Vanessa, what did you do? And it's funny because in the books, when she was a young Jedi Knight, she had a Padawan. I think his name was Emery, which you pointed out. It might be the same thing spelled.
Because it's very similar to his name.
So maybe he adopted that name but put a little Q on it.
Yeah.
Because he knew the history of her and the Padawan. But that Padawan was human male, so he's probably dead right now because 100 years later, and he's a human, so he's definitely dead.
Yes.
But in the book, they're on this planet. They got trapped on this forest planet. Stuff went awry. He kind of turned to the dark side a little bit. She had to fight and stop him. She didn't leave a scar on his back. And he was basically and it was a good moral of the story because he thought he was going to get kicked out because he did, he gave into the darkness. And she's like, even though you're a Jedi, you're allowed to have bad days. It doesn't mean you're going to be kicked out. You have to do better.
Well, clearly that wasn't the case if that's if his theory is correct.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so you went from that to this kid clearly had a bad day, and I don't know what he did, but you whipped him.
So we've learned, don't have a bad day. Don't have bad dreams.
Because the Jedi will destroy you. Luke, he had a bad dream. Must kill.
Bro, don't have bad nothing here.
Bro, you a Jedi. You're not perfect. You're allowed to have bad days without being crucified, which I guess what happened to Kamir, because he basically said because him and Osha are bonding over the Jedi discarded them. Yeah. So I'm like, well, what did he do to
You have a bad test, kick you out, get out, you failed.
Get out.
Get out here, you little ruffian.
Jedi, you could have had more than 10,000 people.
I'm gonna come steal your 8-year-old child.
Can't give it to me. They don't want to be Jedi. I don't care.
I don't care. You want to be one, right? Right. We're cool, right? You see this lightsaber? You want that? Yeah, you like that? Okay, here you go. You don't have to. No parent permission. Come here.
Hey, Master Yoda, I got another one.
You're a little busy, guys.
The internet. This is why I like to hear the internet's comments. We didn't even think about we're so focused on everything that's going on. Anakin turned to the dark side on Coruscant. He was on Kashyyyk, and he was like, oh my, what's going on? This man who I know he trained those Jedi in the Force got murked. 8 of them got murked at the same time. You tell me this man didn't feel...
He was distracted. He was distracted, guys.
He just had a little fun time.
He was having a little fun time. He was either having some good fun time or he was having some severe, bathroom time.
Yoda needs to take a dump, yes,
yeah.
A dump. Master Yaddle, come to my bedroom, you will. Bro will make.
Bro was busy.
I was like, Master Yoda, even if they're not telling you nothing, why do you not feel this disturbance happening in the Force?
As we can clearly see, no one can see disturbances in the Force in this whole show.
You gonna tell me the little beaver creature had to tell Master, so hey yo, that ain't Osha.
So ain't no way. I didn't realize that. I hugged her and everything with my creepy grapple hug.
First of all, I realized something about the show. Jedi should stop hugging people.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of, there's a difference between I'm so glad you're okay and bro just went, I'm so glad you're okay. I'm like, oh, hello?
I'm like, you took her without permission.
That wasn't even a gentle,
right,
it's
consoling
okay.
hug.
Oh my gosh, we went through some tough stuff. Nah, that was a
Come here, girl. Come here. I was like, let's stick to the nice little, what the Jedi do. They put their hand on your shoulder and be like, everything's gonna be, let's stick to that, Master Sword.
No.
Because you weren't cooking with that. So I don't know what Master Yoda's doing. He's tripping because he's trained every Jedi since he's been a master to some extent. So you should have felt them. So I don't know what's happening with you.
He was feeling something else.
Yeah. They're making Grogu for the man to look at. I'm like, this is not because she says this show costs $180 million.
20 per episode, 20 million.
First of all, how did this episode cost $20 million? They're literally just walking around. That cost 20 million?
Something happened. Something happened.
Godzilla -1 was 8 million, and we had a giant kaiju blowing up Japan.
They needed some more walking in there. I'm not gonna lie.
In what? In Godzilla?
Yeah, they needed some more walking.
Listen, Godzilla was walking.
Oh yeah, you're so right.
He was trampling all over the U.S. So right, we need. I was like, where is the budget going? Because they couldn't afford Master Yoda, basically.
I'm not sure where the budget is going, to be honest with you.
And they're not been writing them out smartly. Because
And the episodes are not that long.
Not that long. So what's going on? I think the budget literally just went to the writers and the people acting. Like, I want money. So pay me a lot of money,
probably,
because these are nothing crazy happened in this episode where like you need like crazy special effects. The light whip lasted 2 seconds, so I mean that's not gonna cost you much money for a random bug.
That's like supposed to be like dormant at that time.
Correct. It's attracted to light, but they had none of their lightsabers out. It just came out.
But was it in daytime?
It was daytime. So it'd probably fly to the sun. Like, why is it flying to Earth?
I mean, like, yeah, it should be, like, going up or something.
Yeah, instead of flying to the 2 humanoids on the planet.
It should not be the lightest thing.
So, just to show the whip, so cool, all right. We know she has the whip. We saw her. We better see it again. I want to speculate, whether she's Master Vanessa's his master or not, Chimera's master or not. I think, because we know she put that scar on his back.
Yes.
I think she gonna get killed by Chimera.
Yeah, probably, because from the way I'm seeing it, with all she's doing, yeah, she's gonna get murked.
I think she's gonna get murked. She's really the last real link to the High Republic books. I mean, Yoda was there, but like he kind of, just like in this show, he disappeared in the books half the time doing his own thing. So whatever.
Yeah. So what a Yoda thing to do.
Yeah. So she's the last new character connected to the books. So I think this is literally gonna be the end of her story in the last episode. I think episode 7. I don't know what it's going. It could be either a banger or it could be a terrible episode.
This is going to be hot garbage or a hot banger.
Correct. But I know episode 8 will be a banger. Or at least it has to be. It
needs to be.
It needs to be.
It's not a want, it's a need.
It's a need, and I think it will, most likely. Episode 7 is really just the episode. We might have the 2 flashback episodes, really might be the weakest episodes of this show. Which is sad, because they're supposed to fill in the gaps of what's going on in the present day. And it's the first time it didn't do a very good job. The second time, for me to really be on the side of this show, I need to understand the exact creation of Osha and May. I need to know exactly how they were made, so Anakin stays special.
I don't want to just hear they pulling the strings. I need to hear some more.
Yeah, I don't need the thread pull. I need you to tell me exactly how you made these 2 children to help preserve Anakin's specialness. Because Anakin needs to be the only real space Jesus in this story. So please tell me that they were made in some kind of way.
Don't say I'm going to explain it later.
Please
don't do that.
Because as far as I can tell, their story is going to wrap up for this season. So wrap it up. Tell me exactly what happened in the next one, and then wrap it up in 8. And I don't know what the hell you're going to do with season 2 of The Acolyte, but please make sure I feel content at the end of this season, because if this ends and I'm leaving wanting more, you did a terrible job.
Yeah, that's like, come on. Please, please, with that big old budget, please.
And they need to scale down the budget a little bit.
Because that's ridiculous. Because
even The Mandalorian season 1, I can't remember what the budget was, but I don't think it was that high. And in my opinion, it looked better.
It did look better.
And it had more like cool practical and special effects. You got a guy in armor for like 95% of the episode. I'm like, where is this budget coming from for the act? You really need to like control your budget a little bit, Disney.
Yeah, because you can't just throw money and expect it to be quality.
Exactly. Sometimes you need a little less money so you're forced to be more creative.
Some of the best like films are the ones that had a lower budget than it seemed like it needed.
Correct. And again, like those old movies that people love, it forced them to be creative because they didn't have the budget. So like they had to make practical stuff here and there, and it looked good. So they need to control that, because if this episode was 20 mil, you wasted that 20 mil from people walking. There's no way in hell that's just 20 mil. So I Yoda, like, wake up.
Wake up, Yoda.
Wake up.
Come on.
I need a hoop. And I also like that Kamir teases Osha.
Yeah.
He's like, put on the helmet. Put it on. She's like, no, I don't trust you. As she eats the food that he ate in the bowl. I don't trust you.
It's like, I don't trust you.
This food that you have made is delicious. Okay, buddy.
She hungry.
She is hungry. And she's also hungry for something else because she looks at that helmet. She's like, puts it on. And I love that he says it's also a sense deprivation helmet, like what they use to train themselves to only trust the Force. So which is funny, he beat all those Jedi and he couldn't see a damn thing.
Ain't that something?
You just used the Force to see. I was like, damn. And
maybe they should start relying on the Force more because clearly they're not.
Even though he was a Jedi, I know he was finding angry and erratic, but he had like Jedi training. So the fact that they were like, he's unpredictable, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, but he was a Jedi. So even though he's fighting more angry,
they might as well have been the blind ones.
On God, like all that training. Tora literally said, if those were Jedi Masters, they need to get demoted because they're like, I don't know what's going on. Everybody a master. And
those are Jedi disasters. Oh my God.
Maybe that's why Yoda didn't send them. He's like, these people are failures. Yes.
Failure, just like Osha.
Kicked out they will be. It's like, damn, Yoda, like, those are still human beings, bro. Care for them, man.
God, nah, you don't give a...
You don't give a damn. He said, I care more about this space Jesus, where I particularly told him, you can't be part of the Jedi, and we hated his training all the way through, but he's like, oh, God. He's like, I feel... Even when Anakin killed the Tusken Raiders when his mom died, he felt that. He said, young Skywalker's in pain, terrible pain. I'm like,
so maybe he just got a tracker for him. I don't know.
What damn. Yeah, he's like, I gotta keep an eye on this one.
Sometimes you gotta focus on one thing.
Oh, jeez, Master Yoda. It wasn't their intention, and if it wasn't for the internet, I would have been thinking about this, but they really did Master Yoda dirty.
Beyond that.
They made him dirty. And Osha about to do... I don't know how Osha... Because people are rumoring Osha going to turn evil and then May going to turn good. It seems like Osha's kind of teetering more to the darkness.
Yeah.
But she see... Because it's called teaching corrupt. So she's trying not to be corrupted. But Kamir's talking a lot of sense with her. And they're bonding on the similar fact that they're both discarded Jedi. So I don't know where Osha going to be in her headspace when it comes to the... I wanna jump on a limb and say she's not gonna be corrupted.
Yeah, I can't imagine she's gonna be swayed that easily.
Nah, and I think
I mean, her sister was like being corrupt and she literally said go kill her. Like,
yeah.
If you're that crazy for your own flesh and blood, like I don't think you're gonna be swayed like that.
Do you think she's gonna die at the end of the episode? Do you think both of them are gonna die?
I feel like only May's gonna die.
You feel like only May's gonna die?
Yeah.
I kind of hope that both of them die.
You see, that should be how it is for like the sake of a lot of things, but I don't know. Maybe Osha will go in the woods and like go never see her again. Like
the other Jedi that always go into exile.
Or Osha and May are gonna stab each other and they're both gonna die.
That would be very poetic.
That might just happen. I don't know.
I kind of want that to happen.
They might just end up killing each other.
I know Soul's gonna die. Like, the two people I know who are gonna die are Vanestra and Soul. They're definitely gonna eat the dust.
Yeah.
The twins, I'm not... And Kamir, now that we know Kamir's not a Sith, he's up in the air too, because now he can die.
Who knows?
So, I literally think basically everybody is...
Everyone dies.
Everyone might die at the end of this show, to be honest.
I hope you guys like death.
Listen, that's why episode 5 was so good. Because so much death. It started with death and it ended with death. So I would love for the season to end with death too.
Yeah, let's start all over for season 2. Whole new cast.
Death. This is what this show had done to us. It made us embrace our darkness.
Maybe that was the intention all along.
You know, you tell us how you embrace your darkness by rating this episode. I'm going to give this episode... It's so tough because I love Osha and Kamir's dynamic. But I think I'm going to go with a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's like a...
Almost
Yeah, because
six
those
and
moms
four.
were so good.
They're really good. We learned his motivation. We got a little more setup for OSHA. Like everything they were saying, everything they were doing, like it was really good.
I have to give it a 6 out of 10 because I can't give it an F. It's not F.
It's not F. Like I thought the acting was pretty good for the most part. Except for Dan Basil and May sometimes, but yeah. I thought it was good. The show still looks pretty good. And again, OSHA and Kamir carried, so I have to give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't, it wasn't boring, but like I was like, let's go, let's go.
When it was slow, it was slow.
It crawled, but when it was interesting, you're like, I'm
it made me go.
Like what? Where are they?
Like a little groundhog.
Yeah,
like I'm coming up from the dirt.
So like, I give this a 6 out of 10. You let us know what your rating is of this episode in the comments below. Are you really just hate watching The Acolyte because everyone seems to be like, I hate this show?
Have you unsubscribed from Disney Plus?
Have you unsubscribed to Disney Plus? You let us know in the comments below. If you love this show as well, you let us know because we love people who are loving this show. I'm not trying to yuck nobody's yum. If you love this show,
you're not gonna get ostracized for hating or liking it.
Yeah, so please let me know if you absolutely love this show and you think this is the best thing Disney Star Wars has ever done. You let us know in the comments below, and I will be right there with you, buddy. Because Lord knows when I like the prequels, people are hating on the prequels. I'm the one like the prequels are good. I like that sand gets everywhere line. I think it's great.
He sure does.
I even use that in real life. That's how much I love that. So you let us know all that. And again, listen to our Spotify if you haven't already. It is in the comments below. The link will be in the comments below. And subscribe, and tell people about the D4 channel.
Follow on his social media so you can also stay updated in case YouTube isn't off.
Exactly, because we all know YouTube likes to be up to young creators like us. So please stay in tune to my Instagram and my Twitter and our Twitter, the D4 Twitter, because I am consistently making sure you guys know when these videos are up by posting it on the social media platform and spread the word, man. Like we slowly rising up the ranks.
We are doing so much better than before thanks to y'all's support. So thank you so much.
And I appreciate the 3 I just mentioned, Lysandra, Scott, Leandro, and Art Killer. I appreciate y'all for adding to our slow rise to YouTube galactic dominance.
The droid takeover will be real.
We may be malfunctioning, but we will dominate YouTube's galaxy. I swear it. Unless I'm going to go to every one of your houses and turn you to the dark side.
You wouldn't want that, would you?
You don't want that. So thank you guys for listening to another episode of the D4. Happy 100
Happy 100
episode. Like, we did it. And we're going to do 100 more. And hopefully we get 100 more subscribers. Let us go to that track of being monetized. We appreciate y'all. And as always, D4, teach people corruption. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.